Hey everyone, hola, hola, hola. Welcome to another episode of Mujer de Exito, Unbounded, Woman of Success Without Limits. I am your host, Marti, and this podcast, this is the space for you, the mujerpreneur, the Latina author, the BIPOC woman entrepreneur. This is the space where we talk about building businesses, fixing mindset for success, and building the kind of servant leadership that is rooted in who you actually are so that you can begin to rock your six figures because you, mujeres, are worthy. If you're listening to me wherever you listen to your favorite shows, remember to download the episode. Gracias, gracias, gracias. If you're watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, gracias por estar aquí. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you, my watchers and my listeners. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell so you never, ever miss an episode. I'm so contenta. I'm so happy you're here today. Whether you're listening to me on your morning walk, at your desk, or in between moments of your day, ahora, today, we are talking about something a little bit different. You know, everybody's been saying that I've been woo-woo weird for a long time. And maybe it's true and maybe it's not. But today we are delving into my sixth sense because on Substack, I am known as the Sixth Sense Mujer. My original book was from delineating the chakras that sits on top of every one of your endocrine glands. And we're going to talk today about chakras, intuition, and why your health and your money, tu salud y tu dinero, might be more connected than you ever realized. All right, mujeres hermosas chulas, let's get started. All right. For years, chulas, I treated my health and my money like two completely separate stories. My health needed the doctors and rest. My money, mi dinero, needed spreadsheets and strategy. Two different problems, I thought. I thought for sure those were two different problems. Two different fixes, or so I thought. Then I started learning about my chakras, the energy centers that actually run through the body. And the first one I had to face was my root chakra. Now, if I stand up, your chakras go from your root chakra all the way up your body, up to here, which is your crown chakra. Okay? So, let's talk about the red one, which is my root chakra. I had to face my root chakra. You see, that's the energy center of safety, security, and the physical body itself. And let me just share with you, if you really want to go in a little bit deeper, then you can get my book, Change Your Energy, Change Your Life. It's on Amazon, A Journey Through Your Personal Energy System. And I talk about how our chakras are connected to our health in that book. The next one that I'm working on is exactly this, how our chakras are connected not only to our health, but to our wealth. So, mujeres hermosas chulas, when my spiritual advisor and I traced my health issues back again and again, they landed here in my root chakra. Not in one diagnosis, in a pattern, in un patrón. A body that had spent years bracing, waiting for the safety that never fully arrived, right? The that's so important for you to understand. Now, hermosas chulas, before I get into more of the nitty gritty, because some of you guys are like, ooh, money and chakras. Okay. Well, I want to remind you to remember to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. Okay. But let me go into the story now. Then came the second chakra. So the first chakra is your red one, right? Then came the second chakra. This is where your creativity, your emotions, your relationships, and yes, your money, right? So right here in your second chakra, y aquí, hermosas, encontré exactamente el mismo patrón. I found the same pattern, the same bracing, the same fear, wearing a different outfit though. You see, because my health issues and my money issues were never two separate stories. They were the same story, told in two rooms of the same house. Two rooms of the same house. You see, I want to make sure that you understand something. When I wrote my first book, I wrote about this whole journey somewhere made just for this. So if you want to know a little bit more about your chakras and about how they affect your health, right? Then reach out to me. And I'm giving away a free book, so make sure you reach out to me and let me know that you've listened to the full episode. I will give you more information on how you can get your free book at the end of this podcast. So if you're listening to me wherever you listen to your favorite shows, gracias por estar aquí. All right. Now today, it's really, really important that you understand that as I'm sharing with you, I'm also just like you, right? I'm sharing with you part of my story. I know that you guys are here wanting to listen to how is that story working with her wealth, working with her health, working with her business. And that's what I'm going to get into. But I want to be honest with you, mujer. Mujerpreneur to you, mujerpreneur. I am not on the other side of this fully yet. I honestly think that we're constantly evolving and constantly healing what is evolving in our body. So I'm here with you, sharing with you, being honest with you that I'm not totally fully healed, but I am working on it every single day. So here are my 5 easy steps. My second chakra is still my area of growth, still to this day. And let me just share something. What I want to share with you is that the chakras are as fickle as your hormones. Let me repeat that. Your chakras are as fickle as your hormones, right? So, mi segunda chakra todavía está en el punto de crecimiento, right? But mujeres hermosas chulas, every week in my meditation, when I really get deep inside my meditation. Now, I meditate every day. It's so important for me, especially with all the craziness and negativity going on in this world right now. I have to meditate every day. It keeps me balanced. But my spiritual advisor that comes in my meditations brings me back all the time to one simple question. Where am I grabbing, gripping, holding, squeezing, hoarding instead of flowing? That's a tricky question. I am still learning about this. Todavía estoy aprendiendo esto, right? It's so important that you understand that the chakras are just as fickle as your hormones. And here's what I'm learning. Your intuition, mujeres hermosas chulas, is not separate from your business. Tu intuición no está separado de tu negocio. Tu intuición y tu negocio van junto, mano a mano, right? So your intuition is not separate from your business. Your intuition is data. Your intuition is information your body has collected long before your mind has caught up. Can I repeat that, please? Yes. Information is stored in your body. Your body collected information long before your mind has caught up. You know, I know that you understand what I'm saying. I know that because here's the deal. The pit in your stomach before you sign that contract or right after you sign that contract, that's intuition. The lightheadedness that you feel after you finally send the email you've been avoiding, that's intuition. That's intuition coming from your energy system, right? La intuición viene de tu sistema de energía. Y cuando tú firmas un contrato y de repente te duele el estómago, ese es tu sistema de energía hablando contigo. So, mujeres hermosas, chulas, you must be focused on learning to listen to your intuition. It's not woo anymore. It's not woo, 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 weird, as they used to call me. Woo, weirdy Marty. It is one of the most practical skills that you as a mujerpreneur can build. And all you need to do is practice 5 to 10 minutes a day. And you don't even need to sit down and work it or whatever. You can just practice it at any point in time. I love to do mine in the shower. So what I want to share with you is the fact that when you begin to learn about your chakra system, you realize that we are all just energy, and you realize that our words, our thoughts, our emotions, our actions are all energy. And who we are and how we show up for our business, you're darn right that it actually has something to do, your energy system has something to do with how your business runs day to day. So now, hermosas, let's talk about collaboration. Collaboration as chakra work. Let's talk about that. Why? Because this connects to something I love to talk about all the time. And this is something that I truly believe in. Collaboration over competition always benefits everybody, right? And it turns out that ideas live in the chakras too. Your root chakra, your safety chakra, your root chakra safety fue nunca diseñada para construir sola. Let me repeat that in English. For most of human history, safety came from el círculo, from the people who had your back, right? Competition is often a root chakra wound talking. So collaboration is something that will begin to heal your root chakra, right? Your root chakra, and every chakra is connected, right? So competition, like I said before, is often a wound that you haven't healed talking. The fear that you feel that maybe you're not enough. The fear that you feel that you're going to miss out on things. The fear that you feel if you sign that contract, then what? Right? That fear is all about your safety. So when you are competitive, that fear actually opens up that root chakra and unbalances it, right? And so you need to heal it. But how do you heal it if you are competing with that person that you saw on social media that started their business at the same time you started yours, and all of a sudden they're doing better? Now they are a 6 and 7 figure income earner and you're still at 5 figures. And why is this happening? And it's not fair. And if you're in that space, your root chakra needs healing. So how do you heal it? You find a way to collaborate. You find a method to collaborate. Collaboration is the root chakra healing itself, right? If you collaborate with somebody, then your root chakra begins to heal. It begins to form. And, and our chakras actually rotate clockwise. But when we're not feeling like everything's sinking, when we're not feeling we're in the flow, we know that our chakras are rotating counterclockwise, right? So collaboration is something that you need in order to heal your root chakra. And remember, that is where I speak from when I say, juntas podemos más. It's not just a hashtag I use. It's actually the work of me balancing my root chakra, right? So let me just share a little bit about what I write about. Every week, as you guys all know, I am a international best-selling author, and I love writing. I'm working on the second book. Like I said before, every week I write more about this. And as I work through it myself, I put that work inside what I write. Now, if you're interested in reading more and in depth, remember to look down below in the show notes. And if you're listening to me wherever you listen to your favorite shows, remember to look in the show notes, because the link is there for you guys to be able to read on my Substack or on my blog what I write about, because it's there first, right? And if you are watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell and share out. If this message is working for you, imagine who you can actually share it out to so it can work for them too. All right. So now, chulas, hermosas, how do we actually practice this healing of our chakra, of our energy system? Actually, how do we do this day to day? En medio de todo lo que ya tenemos que hacer, in the midst of everything that we have to do, how do we work this day to day? Well, you're welcome to copy me, but let me share what it does for me. For me, it starts small. Before I answer a message, I pause. I notice my body. Am I tense? Estoy tranquila? Am I at peace? I notice where I am. Take deep breaths, and that's it. That's the whole practice most days. I practice breathing. I inhale money, prosperity, good luck, good fortune, good people, good fun. And I exhale fear and anxiety. Mujeres hermosas chulas. When a yes comes out of my mouth, I've started asking myself, is this coming from expansion or is this coming from fear? Fear of disappointing someone? What are all our fears that will take us down? Have you ever had these? Fear of disappointing someone, fear of losing a client, fear of not getting a sale, fear of not being enough, fear that after this sale, then you're not going to get another sale, fear that this sale is going to fall through. Failing is just another way of regrouping and taking a look of where you are. So, but all these fears that we tend to have, we need to be aware if we are in those fears. Porque hermosa, esa pregunta solita has changed more of my business decisions this year than any strategy call I've ever had. Now let's talk about a little bit with money, okay? So with money specifically, mi práctica es muy simple. It's a very simple practice. Before I look at my bank account, I take one breath, just one, because I used to open the app already bracing, already afraid of what I'd find. Or afraid of what I wouldn't find. So now, before I open my bank account, I take a deep breath, I relax my shoulders, and I ask myself, are you ready? Is this what you need to do right now? And then, I want to make sure that I'm not afraid, I'm not feeling the fear, I'm not feeling the anything. I try to bring myself into curiosity. Curiosidad en lugar de miedo. Curiosity instead of fear. And it doesn't erase the fear completely. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh yeah, all you have to do is that, and then boom, it goes away. No. What it does is it softens, it quiets down that fear. It softens it, it pushes it away, makes it easier for you to breathe. And little by little, week by week, it begins to feel better in your body. So this whole practice is about really being in what I call an aggressive presence. You need to be presently aware of what is happening inside your body, what is happening in your entorno, in your medio ambiente, in your environment. You need to be aware of all of that. Because when you're not aware of all of that and you make decisions, sometimes, and I know you've been there before, sometimes you say, oh shoot, I forgot to do this before I did that. Oh shoot, I forgot to tell them this. Oh man, I should have waited to sign it before, right? So it doesn't erase the fear completely. It just softens it. No te quita el miedo completamente, pero lo suaviza. It softens it little by little, semana tras semana, week after week, little by little, the fear that you have begins to subside. It begins to quiet down. So, mujeres hermosas chulas, what I want you to do is I want you to begin to realize that your money, your health, and your chakras are all tied together. I want to leave you with something this week. You know that as an educator, I always leave homework, but I also want to make sure that I leave you with something to really think about, to mull around, to write it down, and to really think about it this week. I want to leave you with this. Your body already knows things that your calendar hasn't caught up to yet. So, begin to listen. Start listening to your body. Empieza a escuchar tu cuerpo. It's so important that we are in tune with what is happening in our energy system. It is so important. So important for your business, so important for your life, so important for your relationships, so important for your spirituality, so important for your good luck, so important for everything. So, hermosas chulas, if you're still with me, thank you. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell if you're watching me on the Coach Marti Angel YouTube channel. And if you're listening to me wherever you listen to your favorite shows, gracias por estar aquí. Make sure to download the episode, listen to it, share it, and then you can get rid of it. But chulas, this is all I have for you today. If this episode landed for you, please share it to help me reach other mujerpreneurs in your circle who need to hear it. You know, the ones that have been quiet for too long, the one who is wired for depth and has been told that's not enough. Send it to her. And then I invite you to come and read what I write. It would make me so happy to have you subscribe. It's a free subscription. Subscribe to what I write. Every week I show up for you, the mujerpreneur, who is done playing small and ready to receive everything she's been working toward. So remember, the link to the book and the link to my articles, you're going to find it in the description below, or you're going to find it in the show notes. But wherever you find it, also make sure that you reach out to me, leave me a comment, give me some love. Come find me there, because I'll be waiting for you, because Mujeres hermosas chulas, I still read and answer every single one of my emails, my texts personally. So I hope you have a great day. And as always, gracias por estar aquí. This is your host of the Mujer de Exito Unbounded show, Marti Angel, saying gracias por estar aquí. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste.